Hello friend, this is Sanjay Kumar, founder of SelectorsHub. In this tutorial, I will show you end-to-end each and every feature of TestcaseStudio Pro in detail so that you can understand and you can make the best use of TestcaseStudio Pro. It's very simple. We need not to make any kind of note. It's everything in the UI itself will be very self-explanatory. So let me just start showing you from here. So from the just go to selectorshub.com, and here you see that TestCase Studio Pro. Click on install. It will take you to the TestCase Studio Pro homepage, and here you can see that very simple 5 steps to get started with the Pro version, and it's very simple. So if you haven't installed it yet, let's install this one. How you can install it? You have to just click to add to the Pro version to the browser, or you can just click on installation. Here also the link is given, so let's click on this, and here you have to add to Chrome. Any Chromium browser you can use this one, like on Microsoft Edge browser, Chromium browser. So whichever is the Chromium based, you can use this one, or which support the manifest version 3. So click on add extension, and it got successfully added here in your browser. So after adding it to your browser, what you have to do, you see that now pin the extension to the toolbar in your browsers, because by default you would not be able to see it in the toolbar logo, so you will have to pin. This is like in Chrome you will have to do. So now we have pinned it to toolbar and we are ready. After, so now installation is done. It's very simple, just one click process. Now just open any website in which you wanted to test, or restart the browser once after installation. Then let me close this. Don't use it in Chrome store or in any browser store. Extension doesn't work. Now after installation done, you have to take a subscription plan from here. So because when you will click on this to start the TestCase Studio Pro, it will open this window. So this is how you to use TestCase Studio Pro. You are supposed to click on this logo. That's all you have to do. So here you see that it is asking you to enter the email ID and password. So from where you will get these credentials. So for that you have to buy a plan for credentials. So let's buy a plan. Here, as per your requirement, you can take a plan from here, whichever suits for you. It's almost like free, just $2.5 per month, and in fact, like in INR, if we convert, that is much cheaper. So here you can choose, like if you are from India, you can take the plan from here. If you are from outside India, you can take it from here. And we always highly recommend that you take the business plan, like ask your company, or if you're a company, then you take a business plan, because that way it is easy and whole team can get the centralized billing, and not everyone will have to pay it from pocket. So that way it will be pretty fast and easy for everyone. And here you can compare all the plans and everything. Okay, so here I'm not showing that how you can take this. This is just very simple. Like let's say you want to take this free plan from here. Is free trial with the uh, any plan you want to check. So just click on this. Suppose you want to take an annual plan, so here you will get a 7 days free trial. Select this one. It will take you to the Stripe payment page, so there you can make the payment and you can get going. So once you will take the subscription, you will get an email with the login credential to log in the website. Sorry, to log in the uh, you will get the login credential to log into the TestCase Studio Pro window. So let me close this, and here if we open this window, so now suppose we have got the login credential. So I have already them. Here we can enter the login credential. So I have created one test plan. So here that's all, and now you see that we are logged in successfully. So we are all set. We have done the installation, we have logged in with the credential. From next time onwards, whenever you want to use the TestCase Studio Pro, you just have to click on this logo. Nothing else you will have to do. Before starting your testing, you just click on this logo and this window will appear. And now let's start our testing, and you will see that how it will start recording your uh, steps into plain English sentences. So suppose we are searching for SelectorsHub here. Let's say we have scroll down and then we click on this link. Now suppose we click on practice page. Suppose we click on right click on courses, then we click on this pro plans here. So a couple of steps we have done. Now let's open test case studio window here, and you see that each and every step has been recorded, like open website, which website, then we have entered SelectorsHub into this field. So to read this you can expand it, and then we press enter, then we scroll down to click on this link, then we click on practice page, then we right click on courses, click on pro plans. So each and every step has been recorded into plain English sentences. What all things has been, other things has been recorded here. You see that URL for every step, URL has been recorded, because many a times it is really required that when we was performing this step or this step, what was the URL in the address bar. So for that purpose we have the URL. You got the XPath for each and every step, so whenever you perform some action on an element, so it will record the XPath and cssSelector for them. So you have the XPath and selectors as well. Here you got the logs, network logs as well for each and every step. So suppose when you clicked on this SelectorsHub, so what at that time in the network tab, what was the logs? So you click on this and you here you will see what was the logs and what was the URLs basically, and types, duration, so that you think you can check it out here. This will help you. Here you can download as well. For every step you get the logs here. Then expected result column, this is coming blank because of course everybody has their own expected result. Like there might be a chance that after clicking on this link you are expecting some title on the next page or some element on the next page. I might expect some text, so for that reason expected result you can add if you want. Like let's say after clicking on this you are expecting an element, expected title or something, whatever you want, that you can add it here, element visible or something like that. So that's your expectation, so you can add if you want. Then you get the screenshot for each and every step, so you can see that we have the screenshot and the field will be highlighted with wherever you will be performing the action. Of course, like to optimize the space and everything, we will not take the screenshot for the press enter button, because when you on this field only you are clicking the enter, so it is not taking screenshot on there. Then we have a scroll down, so after scrolling from where we have started the scroll, it will take the screenshot. And then here where we have clicked on this, you see that field is also highlighted. So this is how you can see all the screenshots has been taken. Then what is the next step? Here you see that action. So suppose if any step got recorded by mistake which you didn't want it to record, that you can delete from here. Suppose we don't want this one, so let's say we don't want this uh, click we don't want, so we can delete that. If you feel that oh by mistake we have deleted that, we don't want to delete that, you have the option to undo it, so you can undo it. Now you have this undo button as well. So this is a new feature which came in version 0.0.7 we have added. So this way now it will help you to undo the, if anything which you feel that okay this action is by mistake has been done, so you can undo that. Suppose if any step you want to add in between, like after this, after clicking on this button here or link, we want to add a wait of 5 seconds, so we can add a step here. So you can add a step here, like let's say wait for 5 seconds. So this way you can add a step in between if you want. Then so that was the action thing. Now here you see that so everything is done now, all set here. So suppose you want to download this test case, you can download in whichever format you want. So you see that all the formats are available, like Excel, CSV, PDF, whichever you want. So you just click on this button and it will download the file. If you want download this, you can just download. By default you will see that it will download with the name of the file will be from the website domain of the website from where you have started your test case. So the very first URL, it takes the domain name of that and followed by the timestamp. So it becomes easy, like for you in future, like let's say tomorrow you are checking at what time you have downloaded this file, so that you can check, and for which website, for which test case it is, so that you can check. Then here you see that if you don't want to download the file with the default name what testcasestudiopro set, you can set the test case name here. Like you see that there's a field here like set the test case name here, so you can set this, like let's say detailed tutorial, and then you can now if you will download, let's say we download the PDF file, it you see that it will download with the name what you have set. So this way you can do. Here when you will click on these buttons, it will download this data here. It will not download the screenshot and the network logs. So suppose you want to download all the network logs in single shot, you click on this button here, network logs. Let me just hide this. So here you can click on this network logs, so it will download all the network logs. Suppose you want to download the screenshot, so you have a separate button. If you want to download a screenshot, so click on this, it will download the screenshot. Good thing about this screenshot is that it downloads the screen all the screenshot, and the name of the screenshots are same as the what you have performed the steps. So here you see that this, let's say this is screenshot, this is screenshot is click on practice page. So here basically this is a test case screenshot test case. So now you have this, you can easily share it with your developer and they can follow these steps along with the screenshot. They know that in this screenshot what is happening is scroll, in this screenshot what you are doing, you are right click on courses, in this screenshot what you are doing, you are clicking on pro plans. So this way it becomes very easy and very handy for the developers or anyone, or like anyone who are reading the documents in future, so they can read it easily. So that's how you can download. Now suppose you don't want to download this, because every time you are when you are downloading there's a lot of lots of data which you don't want to download. So in that case you just because suppose you want to copy this data in the Google Sheet or in Jira or any test management tool which you guys are using. So in that case, you just click on this copy test case, and wherever you want to paste, you can paste this data. Now all the data has been copied except this screenshot and these logs. Everything is copied in your clipboard. Let's say you open anything and you just paste this, and you will see that the complete table has been copy pasted. So this way you can copy a whole table from here and paste it anywhere. If you want to paste it in XLS or in like if you have Visual Studio or something, anywhere you can paste it. Or if you want to download, you can just simply download this one. And when you will open this XLS file, let me just open and show you. This is how it will open. And suppose let's say you want whatever data you have copied, let me add and paste it. You can simply paste that table which you have copied by clicking on the copy button. So if you have Google Sheet or something where you want to paste the data, you can paste that. So this way you can get the data in this format as well. Of course, like because somewhere there's a long data and long, so that's the reason it is coming here like this. So this way you would be able to copy and paste this complete table, complete data in your XLS, Google Sheet, Jira, Visual Studio, or wherever you want to paste that. Cool. Now what all other features are there? Suppose you don't want to get all this data, like you don't want to copy the complete table, you just want to copy steps. So there you have option to copy steps only. Click on this button, copy it. Now you see that you can paste it, like in place of copying complete table, you just paste copy the steps only. Good to go. Suppose you just want all the URLs which you have, you can copy it. So you have option to copy just XPath, just CSS selector, like you just want to copy the XPath, you can copy the XPath only. So you have the option to copy a particular column in place of, like, you don't want to, if you don't want to copy the complete test case. So now I'm explaining basically each and every feature in detail. Then suppose you see that here it is taking a screenshot for each and every step. Now at certain point of time you don't want to take this screenshot for each and every step. Let's say, like, suppose you are on a payment page or somewhere where you are entering some personal information for which you don't want to take the screenshot, or suppose there are like 100 steps test case and you don't want to take the screenshot of each and every step. So in that case you can basically turn off this, disable screenshot. So now you will see that if you will perform, let's say if we enter the company name here, so you will find that it will not take the screenshot here. You see that it has not taken the screenshot. Now enter SelectorsHub into this, it didn't taken. Now suppose we want to take, we can turn it on. And now if we enter, let's say here, some value, so you see that it will take the screenshot now. So it has taken enter SelectorsHub into first trust field. So it has taken the screenshot, this one. So whenever you want to take the screenshot, it will, you can turn on this. Whenever you don't want, you can turn it off. So basically by default it will be on only. Cool. Cool. So these so we have seen all these features here. Now there are like more advanced feature here in testcasestudio pro. So I will explain all these icons one by one. So you see that here you are getting the XPath. So but these XPath we automation engineer cannot use directly in their automation script. I mean, they can use it directly, but generally we don't write just XPath. We always write XPath with the commands, right? Like driver.findElement command, or cy, if you are using Cypress, cy.xpath or something like that. Some or other commands we write. We don't just write the XPath only. So in that case, can we get these XPath with command? So yes, we can get that these XPath with command. There is command feature. Just turn on this, and you see that by default this command said driver.findElement by.xpath. So now you got all the automation steps, basically the command for each and every step. So you simply copy and go to your editor and paste that. And it becomes so easy. Now you see that if you want to add click method, you just add. So that's up to you. It provides freedom to you that you want to add click, you want to add send keys, so that you can add and you can complete the automation script. So this is basically like, now you got these steps, manual steps ready, your XPath means automation script is also ready. Suppose you are not using this basic command, you are using something like, let's say you are on Cypress, you can choose this one, cy.get, and just hit enter. You see that if you are using this drive Selenium with Python, you can select this command and hit enter it, you will get the command for that. So basically, what if you doesn't find all in these commands, you didn't find your command, in that case what you can do here, you have to, whatever could be, it could be anything, your command could be anything. Like let's say my command is something random and here my XPath is written, like suppose this is something like this, it could be anything. And wherever XPath, like let's say in my command XPath is written here, so you have to replace that XPath with XPath value keyword and hit enter, you will get those commands. So this is how you can generate the automation code as well, automation command basically, not complete code. And whenever you want doesn't want with this, you can turn off this and you will get the simple XPath and cssSelector. Cool. Here there is another feature as well in this XPath thing. Like suppose you see that it is generating with ID. XPath is generating with ID, with class, with text. So suppose you don't want with this XPath with ID or text, some you want with some particular attribute. In that case, we have this attribute filter as well here. Click on this. Before recording your test cases, you can set this attribute filter. Like suppose we don't want with ID. Okay, so let's uncheck this ID. Suppose you want with some particular attribute, that you can pass it here. Like let's say you want with title, so you can pass this. If you don't want with any particular attribute, you can pass that here. So let's say now we will record this same step again, and we'll see that if it records with id or not. So it was first crust field. Okay, so let's see here. If we enter some value here in this field, let's say test case studio we want or just test case. Okay, let's test case studio, hit enter and see here. So you see that it has generated XPath with title. Okay, so you see that it is not generating with id now, while here in this field it has generated, like into first class we were entering the value, it was generating this with id. So now it is not generating with id here. Cool, it is generating with this title. So this way you can set the attribute as well before, like of course you will have to set it before recording. And these attributes or these command and everything, if once you will set that, they will be saved in your local system. Like you will not have to set those variables again and again. Okay, now if we turn off, even if we close this, then also it will be in the background, it will be generating this XPath and css selector with those attribute choice what we have set. Cool. Now here currently it is showing a lot of data here. There could be a chance that you are working with just some specific framework or something, some specific requirement. In that case you don't need this css selector. Suppose let's say you are working with cypress, you don't need XPath. So in that case, can we remove these columns? We don't want to see this url, we don't want to see this logs, we don't want to see this expected result column. It is unnecessary for us. So can we hide them? Yes, we can customize the UI and make it more cleaner. Whatever is required for you, you just see that one only. So let's click on this customize, and here you see that let's say you don't need css selector, you can turn off. You don't need logs, you can remove it. You don't need this let's say url column, you just hide it. So this way now you see that you will have a very clean UI. You can hide this again, and here you can I mean width you can adjust everything that you can want, you can do that here. So this way now it is having much cleaner and much readable content here in this testcase studio pro. Cool. Then there is, suppose you want to record a new test case. So either like before deleting all, because in place of deleting one by one, you have the option to delete all the steps in single shot. So you can click here to record a new test case. Of course, before, whenever you want to delete, before that save this test case, and then you can, if you want to record new, just click on this delete all, but make sure that you want to delete. So it will ask you a confirmation, because sometimes it happened that by mistake we click on that button and it got delete all, everything, your data got deleted, your work. So you delete this, and now you can let's say we want to record a new test case, so you can start recording here. So this way you see that now it has started recording the new test case from here. And what you can do here, let's say you want to pause a recording here and you don't want to record some of these steps here. So in that case you can pause the recording. Like suppose you don't want to record test cases, you click on this pause button, and now if you will perform some action here, like let's say we enter something here, Sanjay, so it will not record this step here. Once you want to again resume, you can turn on, and let's say if we enter some value here, let's say company name, so you see that it has recorded, so it started recording. So you can pause and resume the recording. Okay, now let's say we want to record again a new test case, so you can just delete suppose by mistake what you did, like this was the test case we have recorded. Okay, and we have closed this one. So there might be a chance that you might think, oh my god, I have closed this and I lost my data. So we have covered you. You just open test case studio pro again, and you can download the last test case. So if you click on this, whatever test case was there last time, you have performed some action, so that you will find it here, that it will record it here, so you can find that test case. So you don't need to worry that, oh, we have like my last test case got deleted by mistake. So if that got, if you close this by mistake, still you would be able to download that one. Cool. So yeah, and now uh, here suppose you don't want, you want to see the profile section, like what plan you have taken, what is the subscription details, other stuff, so that you can check it here. Just click on this profile. So here you will see the, if you have taken a business plan like team plan, so here you can, here you will be having this option of adding team member. But if you are a like individual plan, then you will see only this thing like welcome, your email, and then subscription renewal date. If you want to change password, you can change. If you want to log out, you just click on here. Of course it will ask you to to confirm. And here you can see the billing part, like what is your current plan, what is the renewal date, what is the pricing status, and if you want to upgrade the plan, you can upgrade from here. And if you want to cancel the plan, you have the option upfront for with you. If you want, you can cancel it from here. So that was the profile section. Okay, now suppose you want to record the screen, because so far we have seen that it is recording the steps and taking the screenshot. Suppose you want to record the screen, there's amazing feature here in Test Case Studio Pro. You can record the screen as well. You see that button here on the bottom right, record screen. So if you click on this, so whichever screen you want to record, that you can select. Like suppose you want to record entire screen, then you can select this entire screen. If you want to record a particular window, that also you can do. And good thing about this, that with this feature you can even test and record the desktop application or any application, not just the browser. So you see that if you want to record some of the steps which you are performing, or let's say you are testing a desktop application, suppose for an example we are testing this IntelliJ. So we just select this and click on share, and now whatever action we will perform here in this window, that it will be recording. It will not record, if suppose if I go from here to this browser window, if we perform some action here, it will not record those things in the video. Of course it will record those things in the it will record those things in the steps what we will perform in the browser, but it will not record in the video, because in video we have provide the access only of IntelliJ tab. So whenever you want, whenever you are done, you can stop recording, you can view this, and if we play this, you will find that it has recorded only IntelliJ screen. It didn't record the browser screen where I was showing you guys. So it will record only the in that particular screen which you will select. So this you can close whenever you want to. If you want to download this, you can click on this download button. If you want to delete, you can delete this. Suppose if you want to record a browser, particular browser tab, so that you have the option here, you can select any particular browser tab as well, and you click on share and it will record that particular only one tab. If you want to record full screen, you can select this. So this is how you can use this record screen feature as well. Really good feature. Okay, so now that's how you can use that screen recording feature. Now suppose we open any website, let's say google.com, and we want to record a fresh new test case. So just you have to click on this like this. And suppose when you are doing some testing, there will be some specific requirement that you don't want to record each and every minor steps, right? Like for an example, suppose we are searching here SelectorsHub, we press down key, then we press enter, then we scroll down. Here you see that selectorshub.com, we click on this. So now let me show you. So here you see that very minor things it has recorded, like down arrow, scroll down. Generally when we write test cases, we don't write these steps like press down arrow key then scroll down, right? So if you don't want to record this granular data, like this much deep down information, in that case you have an option here, Now in TestCase Studio Pro, click on this customize button, and here you see that you can uncheck this scroll event. Suppose if you don't want to record shift key, that is also you can uncheck. If you don't want to record arrow keys action, you can uncheck this. Now let me turn off, let me close this, and here you will see that if we will, let's say, again do the same thing, like let me open google.com. Here we type SelectorsHub. If I press down key and hit enter, and then I scroll down, and then I click on this, so you will see that uh, here we enter SelectorsHub, then we press enter key. You see that it didn't record it this time, that down arrow, and it didn't record it that scroll. So these three steps simple it has recorded. It ignored these steps like press down, scroll down. So this way it is going to helpful. Now suppose here you see that, let me just delete some of these steps from here, and closely I will show you. You see that here it is, enter SelectorsHub into search, enter SelectorsHub into search. There could be some chance that you guys don't want to record the data because you want to run the same test cases for multiple data. So in that case, you guys might want to record these steps with some variable name. So in that case, if you want to record these with a variable name, like whenever you are entering some data into a field, so you don't want to like hard code that data in the test case. So in that case, you can pass the customized variable name here. So you see that here input data variable. So suppose you want to enter a variable name, let's say your variable name is a input var. Okay, now if you will record the data, like if you now if you, let's say we record some test case, suppose here we search for SelectorsHub Pro, hit enter. So you will see that it will record with that variable. So now it is simple. Anything which you will search anywhere, like if you go to google.com, anything you will search here, let's say you are searching for SelectorsHub Pro, hit enter. So it will record with that input variable, it will pass that variable name here. So now it is that hard coded value is not coming. So this is really good feature. So if you don't want to record some of the keys, some of the value, you want to pass it as a variable, so that settings also you can do it here. It's very simple and very useful. Then so yeah, so that's pretty much about the features of TestCase Studio Pro. I have explained you that command feature, customize, attribute filter, delete all. Here you can pause and resume the recording. Here you can add the test cases, add the steps, delete the steps any particular. You can undo the actions if you have done by mistake. You can record the screen, you can download the screenshot, you can pause the screenshot, like if you don't want to take the screenshot, in that case you can pause this. You can hide the screenshot column as well from customize, so that you can do, you can download in whichever format you want. You can copy the test case. Also another good thing is, like suppose you have this here steps and XPath, lot many columns. Suppose you don't want to copy this XPath column, so in that case what you can do, uncheck this XPath column, go back here, and you just want the steps and expected result. Suppose you have written expected result column here. This is test 1, let's say I'm just writing test 1, test 2, test 3, and now you just want these two column to get copied. So in that case, now you see that this and this is there. You click on copy test case, and you go anywhere, like any open notepad something, and you will see that only those two columns has been copied. Yes, of course the serial number will be copied, so that will be helpful for you. So this way you can copy just, or like whichever columns you want to copy, you just keep them like set them visible in the UI here, and then you just click on copy test case. Like now we want this steps, XPath and expected result, so we have made this visible, copy. Let me, you see that now we got this. So this way you can copy any particular like whichever columns you want, whatever you want, that you can do. Then we have, like, if you by mistake close this, you can download last test case, you can download all the data, all network logs. Then these are like another other tools from test case selectors hub, test case hub, selectors hub pro. You can check out the courses here if you want to learn XPath advanced courses. Then here is the tutorial link. At any point of time, if you want to learn about testcase studio pro and any new features comes, any particular one by feature, like for every feature also I have created separate tutorial, so that you can watch from here, this playlist. If you have any doubt anytime, feel free to connect with us on Slack channel. Request for your review. Please add the review and inspire us, motivate us with your great feedback. And if you feel any issue is there in testcasestudio pro, or any feature you want to get added here, any feature request, please add a ticket here. This bagasura is there, so just click on this and it will take you to the testcase studio repo here. So please add issue here. You can check out the change log. One last thing which I really liked and really want to show you, that you can use the testcase studio pro in dark theme as well. To use in dark theme, you just click on this and see, it is wow, it's just amazing. I really like this dark theme feature. So if whenever you want, you can choose, just click on this and choose this dark theme, and this is really amazing light and looks very nice to eyes. So this way you can use it in dark theme. Whenever you want, you can keep it in normal theme. So this way you can use testcase studio pro in dark theme as well. And then a lot more another small things, minor things, to make your user experience better. Whenever any steps will be recorded, like suppose any steps is recorded here, so what it will do, it will record this, it will automatically scroll the window to the last steps which is getting recorded. So you see that it will directly scroll automatically to this step and show you that which step just got recorded. It will also add this red circle on the tabs wherever recording is happening, like wherever you will be performing action, and if it is recording, it will show you. So it will easily, you can understand, okay, recording is happening. So, or so that way, like you will not miss that back in background this studio is running and it is recording the steps. So you will be knowing upfront that, okay, here I have turned on the test case studio and recording, it is recording the steps. And all your data and everything is saved because it runs in your local system, so you need not to worry that it is going to save some data or something. It runs absolutely in your local, so this is absolutely safe and secure. Once you are done, you can close this and it will all chat. Whenever you want to like, what you have to do, just starting, before starting your recording, before starting your testing, you just have to click on this logo and all set. You just start doing things and you will see it will start recording these steps here. So this way you can use the testcase studio pro, and this is amazing, it's very helpful. I hope you like this, and this will help you guys a lot. And do let me know your feedback in the comment section. If you want any feature, any feature request or anything, any update, do let us know in the comment section. Please like, share and subscribe. Do check out other tools from SelectorsHub. You see that lots of another tools are there. TestcaseHub, do check out this SelectorsHub pro. This is amazing, really crazy, and you will love this. So yeah, thank you so much.